Yes, y'all. Just heading back to my house. A nice grounding session. And you know what? I want to speak about electromagnetic fields. I want to carry on speaking about what I was saying. You see, when there's a lot of people around you, you now exchange energies through your auric field, your morphogenic field. This is why if you was to go in a room and the energy is off, you could feel it by subconscious cues, maybe the way they're looking at you or the way they turn around, no smiles. You know, that's the conscious aspect of it. But even there's an unconscious aspect of it, which would be your morphogenic field, your auric field. But when you get with nature, which is abundant, you now actually have the ability to breathe, relay information back and forth between the energies and yourself, and understand yourself. So you get a better sense of understanding whilst within nature. Open fields is very important. I'm just coming back from the nice sacred part where there's loads of land where I've been doing the videos in the forest. And that area is very sacred because there's a mosque down there on the other side of the island. There's a pathway that the aeroplanes come to Phuket from. And again, technology is replicating nature because it's taking the same path to the airport based upon coordinates, ley lines. And the most important part of a pilot's job is landing and taking off. They literally do their job on autopilot because the technology is so advanced. Of course, there's probably more technicalities that the pilot does and the co-pilot also. Let's not take away what they do in their job. But technology has become so advanced that it's automated. So this place is very sacred because there's a lot of energy coming inwards. And when it comes to accessing information, you need to kind of read the room. A lot of our phones have compass within them. It has compasses within them. So you want to get your compass out and read how the energy is from east, south, west, north. You know, you got to work on your shamanic skills if you want to start learning about energy. So I like doing this. I like going out in nature because I'm always learning through these shamanic skills. The best way to start learning about energy other than from people is probably start looking at animals. Even your dog, your cat, you have a subconscious relationship with them. Obviously, they don't speak English. They don't speak your language. But you can look at your cat or you can look at your dog and you could send them a sign. Like my cat knows when she's in trouble, you know? So there's aspects of ourselves that we can relate with other life beings and entities to start understanding the subtle realm. Your stomach is known as the mind navel. Obviously you have your navel, then you have the mind navel, which is just a few inches above. And the mind navel is important. Wow, there's a cow there. I don't know if you can see it because they like to hide. But I'm rarely in nature. Yeah, you can see it. There's a cow there. Yeah, man had to just quickly get me, but I'm not scared of anything. Come on, I'm vibing high. You see animals, they know when you're scared because your root chakra starts emitting crazy frequencies. You know, But when you're vibing high, it's no issue. But what was I saying? Yeah, your mind navel. So your mind navel is just like your umbilical cord, which you disconnected from your mother. Now, you have a metaphysical one, which you disconnect once you come here on Earth. But you're still connected to Mother Earth. So the more you connect with Mother Earth, the more you're put in situations that is desirable for you. An example would be you decided not to go out because something was telling you to stay home. And it could have even been something as lazy as you want to play video games or watch something on Netflix. But then you hear the news later that wherever the place you was going to was cancelled, there was a fight, there was this, there was that. That is because you're connected to the mother, your mind navel. You know, you may feel like you're about to receive good luck through your stomach. I know when I'm receiving good luck, I can feel it through my stomach. And I can also give you instances where I felt bad luck and it was like somebody stabbed my stomach. So the more you get connected with the subtle body, this is why they say trust your gut, because your gut has certain intelligences to know where you should be at a certain time. This is a real science, man. It's the subtle science. It's the subtle body you want to connect with. Because ultimately, when you connect with the subtle body, you can never be tricked out of your position. Your ability to discern truth, is clear. You know when you should be taking instincts, working upon your instinct to work on something, when to take a rest, when to go out in nature, when to stay home, when to socialize, when not to. These instincts they all build up over time and practice and relation with your subtle body. Because you have your physical body, which is the most dense. You have your emotional body, so how you feel. You have your etherical body, which is all around you. And then another video where I was trying to explain the pentagram and how they have it connected to these electrical grids and how it's the same formation of our body. It's the Vitruvian Man. That's it, from Leonardo da Vinci, I think. Yeah, Vitruvian Man. That is the formation of the satellite grids that they use to allow energy to transfer. But yeah, as I was saying anyway, you have these auric fields around you, and you also have your own personal auric field. So the more you become less dense, the more you're able to understand your etherical body, your emotional body. And then after that, you start learning the higher vibrations of your body. Because this is alluding to the energies of your Merkabah field. And there's something called Merkabah mysticism. Because the Merkabah is just like a hyperdimensional aspect of yourself. It starts off as a triangle, two upwards triangle, one upward triangle, one downward triangle, just like the Star of David, but it becomes more complex than that. So when you start tapping into your actual Merkabah, you're visualizing yourself from different aspects. So the best way I like to access my Merkabah, which I've never told anyone on this social media platform, is while I'm walking now, you want to visualize yourself walking. The best way to do that is imagine you're visualizing yourself as the sun, and the sun is, and you're walking, and you're looking at yourself from the aspect of the sun. Just like CCTV. Imagine CCTV is watching you walk, but you're visualizing that. You know, that's where the concept of the CCTV came from the one-eyed God. But I visualize it from the sun. So the sun is watching me walk right now. And this is how you're able to tap through different dimensions. Is through visualizing yourself from different aspects. Because Merkabah is also known as muruqabah in Arabic. And muruqabah means observer. So you're just observing yourself from a different aspect. And this is how you pass through dimensions. It's very likely that my ancestors were Sufis, because I'm a very mystical person. I have Islamic ties to my blood. But before that, like, they were already into like mysticism. It's only like some conformation that happened that they tied into this legion of Islam. But Islam is very mystic. You know, it's a very mystic religion, as all religions are. But don't get it twisted. The way they perceive Islam today is like it's anti all this, but actually they were into astrology. They were into astronomy. Because alchemy came from Egypt. And Egypt was the birth of the Abrahamic religions. And the word alchemia is an Arabic word / Greek. And a lot of the stars we name today have a lot of Arabic derivations, you know. And when we look at how this world works, we call the below, the horizon, Nadir. Nadir is an Arabic name, you know. So a lot of the mystics is really around the Arabian region, man, you know. So a way to tap into your Merkabah is to observe yourself as you're walking from a different perspective. So as I'm walking now, I'm visualizing myself walking from a 45-degree angle, because now I'm tapping into the fourth dimension, the tesseract. You know, this is secrets of the shaman. Secrets of the shaman. Okay? I got so much information to give y'all, and it's gonna make complete sense with the annotations and the presentations that I break it down. But I know you understand what I'm talking about now, because everything I'm telling you is deeply enrooted into your DNA sequence code, and your ancestors gave you this knowledge anyway. It's just about activating these dormant DNA cell codes within you. Okay? Right now is a crucial time. If you're chosen and you've chosen yourself, that means you're here to keep your family name going. You're here to allow the ascension of Earth. You know, this is a chosen time right now. It's a crazy time for some people. It's the apocalypse. But ultimately, you chose to come here. You chose to incarnate here at this certain time. And you need to brace yourself for it. You need to equip yourself with all these spiritual tools and practices that are going to help you ascend and help others ultimately, man. But I'm back at my place. I'm going to have more content for y'all. Kaboom. Going to have more content for y'all. And I know you're going to enjoy it, because I'm keeping consistent and I'm devoting my time to making sure